want to tell us a little bit about yourself before we begin?
Kulimbeya Danny Lee. I'm 26 years old. Guha experienced my clinical depression. So that's why I'm here today.
Guha Manny. Guha Danny. More depression out there, of course. I never thought that depression would hit my family, my little family.
Whatever we wanted to do in certain activities. We had a lot of freedom and a lot of experiences that a lot of people my age, Hmong Americans my age, would never have experienced. I got to explore a lot. I got to have a lot of fun. So my childhood was a very good childhood. First off, I will go into how I probably found out I was in depression. I didn't know what it was. It's not like all of a sudden you get symptoms of being sick and then you know you're sick. Depression and mental health or mental illnesses, a lot of times you don't actually understand that those are the symptoms of depression. Symptoms clinical depression. I was very involved in my school. I was a student leader. I went to class all the time. In the beginning, I was a typical college kid at that time, doing everything you're supposed to do in college. My freshman year, my uncle, who is like a father figure to me. I have a very weird upbringing to majority of the people that I know. And then my mom kind of felt bad for my aunt. She allowed my auntie to kind of take care of me and raise me. They were pretty much like my surrogate parents. So like, I don't know, middle school. When he passed away my freshman year in college, it impacted me and my life in such a big and negative way that I didn't know how to handle it. Trigger, be trigger for that is kind of like a catalyst for whatever else was gonna come afterwards. Every day, gonna spend energy and time to kind of build up your like happiness or just to kind of distract yourself. But when you're back in the dorm, all that goes away again. That went on for a long time, years even. It came to a climax, which was I had to do something or I may just commit suicide or something. The next morning, I had been reading this book for a class. It was called Planet Walker, about a man who started walking in protest or for spiritual reasons from San Francisco across the United States. I just got the idea to maybe just walk. I locked my dorm room and I started walking. I didn't even know how to explain it to somebody, and at the same time it wouldn't feel right explaining it to somebody and feeling the shame from it. After that 12-hour long walk, I didn't feel tired, I didn't feel hungry, I didn't feel thirsty, I didn't feel cold. I just, on that walk, the most important thing that I felt was peace. Looking back on it, what it taught me was that depression can make you do a lot of things that you normally wouldn't do. It will come into your life like a black hole and wipe everything from you. And so after that incident, dropped out of college. I was almost done, but I decided to focus on myself. And when I look back on it, that's one of the proudest moments of my life because I was able to find my own voice. So I started going to the gym and weightlifting. Like I tell a lot of people, the gym saved my life. That was one of the key things to my recovery.
Most of my life, and I got married young too, in the 80s. It's very hard for me to get pregnant. So the husband to see your dog, low. You marry more with the first one. You marry more, marry you, then you marry more, then you marry you, then you. Good, you, Danny. Danny was a perfect little kid. He's my quality. My boys are my life. They are perfect in every way. And I was happy. My life was happy. I have everything that I wanted. My son was diagnosed with clinical depression. When Danny come home from college, and Danny had go out there, Danny more depression. Who did that? No, come on depression. Actually not, you know. You had everything. You and your brother got everything. You know, as a Hmong parent, the first thing you say is, "Wow, what are you doing? Crazy, you know." So you just accept. At the end, you do you more na, like you do your more, like you do say more. You very disappointed. Still, then at first, I had the, still then you just second down, but then you start to, my husband will tell him that you don't. So I say the same thing. So when Danny come home with a diagnosis from the doctor your diagnosis okay, it's okay. You know, I give you time until to God, you know, find yourself or wanting to go back. Support God. And then I question myself as a mom out there. I consulted so many people. What did I do wrong? What did I go wrong? Depression. No, there's nothing I can't do. There's nothing I can't control. It's up to him. First of all, go high school. You come at session up with your director, Daniel. They just see you there. Yeah, had the need to be your I don't need had the more depression. We'll talk on the ba lời thia, chỉ sao phật lời đèn thia chỉ sao chạy lời, cho chỉ thầu là hai đôi yêu quân này quân chỉ thầu là tư, chỉ bao thì sao là yêu chỉ đầu hạt tư, là tư chỉ bao thì sao là yêu một hai đầu là tư. It takes a lot of courage, thia, strength for the renewal nó nên là hai đôi yêu hạt thia, nó more depression nè, không mua là vậy không mua ấy, yêu chỉ bao. Rồi giờ thì yêu chỉ bao, nửa thiệp bao sư, thế là giờ thì nên suspect, thì nên tụi mình nhiều mua mò này nè, thọ cả nên reach out rồi là thia, thọ cả nên đó là thả, hoặc là tụi phong như, giờ nên ôn ở chỉ, nên chỉ hai nửa rong thia, nên chỉ nông nửa thia, cho thọ cơ, nên giờ tụi xe rồi nên tụi khăn, nên giờ hai thì ở nhà bao lì, họ bao lì nó chỉ tụi nó tự lên lì là. Message to the agency. To try to understand.
Depression is one of many mental illnesses. In our community, we have a lot of stigma against depression, and I think that we have to kind of open up, especially in the family, the Hmong family dynamics. Emotions, feelings, and communication is kind of limited. And so I think that big community, we need to open up that gap, and we need to kind of connect that divide, so that communicate so the mental health. Now, we should not be ashamed to talk about it, and we should kind of do away with the stigma, because it can save lives. That's how serious it is. We should come together more and support each other and support people who have mental illnesses. And I think that we should support them in getting help. I think that we need it now more than ever. Don't be afraid to find a psychiatrist or a therapist, because there's nothing to be ashamed of. Depression doesn't care how old you are. Everybody goes through it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We need you here. We need you to be the voice of the next generation. We need you to lead us into the future, and we need you here more than anything. You are important. You are loved.